Hi, welcome everyone to my video on a Rishikesh trip. I'll tell you all that you can see and do here in a 2-day, 2-night trip in winters. Rishikesh is nearly 5 hours from Delhi by car, and from Bareilly it took us nearly 7 hours by car. There are many options to stay at Haridwar and Rishikesh, right from ashrams to budget hotels to luxury resorts. We booked ours in Rishikesh as it is cleaner and less chaotic than Haridwar. We reached the hotel by afternoon, and so around 4 o'clock we went to see the first place here, Lakshman Jhula. The place around Lakshman Jhula is dotted with loads of temples. We went to 2 small temples, Akhileshwar Mahadev Shiv Temple and Adi Badrinath Temple, and then we walked across the Jhula, a hanging bridge across River Ganga. It is believed that Lord Lakshman crossed Ganga at this very place. Ganga looks so serene and beautiful here. If you want a bird's eye view of the whole place, you can climb up till the 13th floor of the Tera Manzil or the Trimbakeshwar temple on the other side. You can also do speed boating here, but it's only for 5 minutes. A little past 5, we went to see Ganga Aarti at Triveni Ghat. The winter timings of Aarti here is 5:30 pm. Ganga Aarti takes place at a few places here. We reached the Aarti point of Triveni Ghat only by about 6 because the roads get congested, and it took us about 40 minutes to reach the place. Thankfully, it started late at 6 pm, and it is a must-see for anyone visiting Rishikesh. We could see people dancing after the Aarti was over out of love and devotion. After stargazing at the relatively quiet banks of Ganga and philosophizing about life, we headed back to our hotel. Next day morning, the first place we visited was Neelkant Temple. It is about 30 kilometers from Rishikesh and will take you an hour to reach all the way up the hill. Being off-season, there were very less devotees. The belief is that Lord Shiva, after consuming the poison that emanated during Samudra Manthan, meditated for thousands of years to soothe its flames, and before returning to Kailash, he appeared in Swayambhu form at this very place. As Ganga is so alluring, way back we actually stopped high up in the hills just to play in the serene waters of Ganga and to take some photos, of course. Believe me, you would feel like leaving everything and just disappearing in these Shivalik ranges for some serious soul searching. Our next stop was Ram Jhula. Near Ram Jhula, you have the Shivanand Ashram. It is here that Balkrishna Menon, a journalist who went to expose Swami Shivananda and other sannyasis of Rishikesh, but was instead transformed into a sannyasi himself by the philosophical questions he was in turn asked by Swami Shivananda. This journalist was none other than Swami Chinmayananda Saraswati. As Lord Ram is said to have crossed the Ganga here, the bridge is known as Ram Jhula. We just enjoyed the scenery from the suspension bridge and walked down to the other side of Ram Jhula. There you will find Geeta Mandir and Paramarth Ashram, good places to sit and meditate. From here we travelled down to Haridwar. It took us 45 minutes to reach Har Ki Pauri, the main centre in Haridwar. We found a very good restaurant there which gave a beautiful terrace view right at Har Ki Pauri. The name of the restaurant is Ganga Lahari. You have to walk to this restaurant after parking the car as it is right near Har Ki Pauri. After lunch, we went to the ticket counter of Mansa Devi Temple, which was at a walkable distance. Mansa Devi Temple is on top of a mountain, and so it is best to take a ropeway. The ticket prices are Rs 120 per person for a to and fro journey. It takes about an hour to go and see the place and to reach back to Har Ke Pauri. So you can easily reach right before the Aarti starts. The evening Ganga Aarti at Haridwar happens at Har Ke Pauri at 5:30 p.m. exact during winters. After the Aarti, it is shopping time. All around Har Ki Pauri there are places to shop. Though it was told to us that Haridwar is cheaper for shopping, we remember that we found better quality things in Rishikesh, especially near Lakshman Jhula. So on our way back to our hotel, we stopped at Lakshman Jhula to do some real good shopping. Next day, before leaving the place, we decided to do something adventurous, as Rishikesh is one of the best places in India for all adventure activities. So we decided on river rafting. You can choose from 9 kilometers and 20 kilometer rafting. It is 600 rupees per person for 9 kilometer rafting, and we did it from Inbound Adventure Tours, which was right next to our hotel. The trainer was very good, and we had a damn good experience, and that's why I have mentioned the name of the operator. The trainer made sure that we had some adrenaline rush by taking us right through the rapids with cold water hitting our faces. And then it was time to say goodbye to the place. On our way back home at Haridwar, we passed the Chandi Devi temple. Though we were tired to take the ropeway and to go up the temple, this temple is an important destination for pilgrims who come to Haridwar. And the foundation of the temple is said to be built by Adi Shankara himself. So please don't miss this place. Hoping that we will come back again and again and again to these amazing mountains, we travelled back home far away from the clear waters of Ganga. What I realized is you should actually plan for 3 to 4 days if you want to include both adventure activities and some meditative time in any of these multitude of ashrams. Hope you liked my video. Thank you.